Hello, this is Sketching Stuff, or Sketch if it's easier, and today's video is going to be a little different from what I normally post, because my voice is in it. I'm going to be rambling about K-On! Because that's what I'm drawing today. To be more precise, I'm doing a redraw of this image in my style, because I love the show a lot, it's one of my favourites. First I'm going to talk a bit about my process and the drawing itself, and then after that I'm going to talk about K-On!, why I like it, stuff like that. I don't actually think I've written a proper essay or bit of writing since I did my GCSE in English literature, so I'm really sorry if this isn't the most well-written video in the world, but hopefully you can still enjoy it regardless. Please, if you have any feedback or suggestions for me, please leave a comment with it, because I'd really appreciate any constructive criticism. I just wanted to say quickly, I am sorry that the screen flashes quite a lot in this video. It's because I'm flipping between the drawing and the original piece to check details and colours to make sure that I've got them right. I have tried to slow the video down a bit to combat this, but I don't think I can completely eliminate it, so sorry about that. I hope it doesn't affect the experience too much though, and I hope you can enjoy it. Okay, so when I do redraws like this, I usually roughly draw over the top of the original like you can see I'm doing now, so I can make sure that everything's in the right place and the shapes are roughly right, so like people's hands are in the right position and pose and stuff like that. And then after that I'll refine the sketch and add in extra details and things if I want. So like the plants in the background aren't in the original, but I've added them in because I think it's cute. And extra details on the cake and biscuits and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll change character poses or facial expressions as well, just because I want to, add my own personal spin on it. You'll see I've done that with Yui and Ritsu's poses and expressions in this drawing a little bit. One of the reasons I wanted to have a go at redrawing this image is because I feel like it's such a perfect image of K-On! And what it's all about. Just a really cute image of a bunch of friends having tea, cake and a ton of fun. It encapsulates the whole show really nicely for me. That, and also I really didn't feel like challenging myself with drawing the girls and playing their instruments. That would have been very hard for me, but I definitely want to try it sometime so I can practice and get better, because I don't think I've ever properly drawn an instrument before, so that's definitely something to work at. I found the girls really fun to draw because although they all wear the same uniform, I find it quite fun to draw them with like different eye shapes and to play around with their hairstyles and stuff. So for example, I tried to make Yui's hair fluffy and a little bit messy because she's shown to be quite clumsy in the show. I made Mugi's hair wavy because it looks pretty wavy in the show, and I think she looks very pretty with wavy hair. Mia's fringe was nice to draw because although it's a box fringe and for the most part her hair is neat and uniform, in her fringe there are lots of little sections to it that are different shapes and sizes, so that makes it more interesting for me to draw. I made Azusa's hair a little bit more pointy because that's how it is in the show, and I also feel like more serious characters tend to have sharper shapes to them usually, like character design wise. Ritsu's hair was the hardest for me to draw by far because I really struggled figuring out how her hair that's scraped back with a hairband should look. I don't usually draw characters with that sort of hairstyle, but in the end I think I like how it turned out. In the future I definitely want to practice this sort of scraped back hairstyle more because I like that hairstyle, I just can't draw it very well right now. I colour picked most of the colours from the original image, as you'll see later on in the video, so I could try and keep it as close to the original as possible. I added a few extra colours in though, I gave all the girls colourful nail polish to match the keychains they get in the show, and their signature colours that each girl has on their merch and stuff. I'll put a picture up so you know what I'm talking about. I think I got the colours right. I'm a bit unsure. Hopefully I did, otherwise I'm a fake fan. I'm also a little bit unsure about how I drew Ton-chan, the little turtle, since I'm not too good at drawing animals. People are my thing more. But I think they came out pretty cute. I gave them a big smile so they could pose for the photo that the girls are taking as well. I'm also pretty happy with how I drew the cake and the biscuits, because I think they look pretty nice. I don't draw food very often, so I was quite happy with how they came out. I really like doing little details on the cake, like little stipples and stuff to make it actually look like a cake. To be honest, I really love some tea and cake and biscuits right now. It would definitely help me through reading the script and editing the video. Okay, now I'm gonna ramble about K-On!, so prepare yourselves. It's been a while since I've watched the whole show through, but I think it's still one of my favourite anime just ever. I think it was actually one of the first anime I properly watched from start to finish, you know, other than like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon stuff that was on the TV on Saturday mornings and stuff. A relative brought me back the DVDs as a souvenir from one of their holidays, so I wanted to give it a try, and I'm really glad that I did. I know slice of life stuff isn't for everyone, but for me, sometimes it's so nice to watch a show where the drama isn't something crazy, like, you know, a murder happening or something really intense. It's just something like, oh no, how could you steal the strawberry from the top of my slice of cake? And that's the extent of the drama. Something that small and silly is really refreshing for me. K-On! Is simple, but it's so sweet and goofy that it never fails to make me smile. The story of Yui Hirasawa, a girl who sort of just ambles through her life carefree up until she gets to the school in the show. And she finds something she really loves to do while she's there, which is playing music. And she finds like-minded friends along the way, and they all work through school together, and they just do their best, and it makes me happy to see every time I watch it. All 5 of the girls are very different from each other. Obviously they're all united through the same love of playing music and having after-school tea times, but seeing them all shine in different ways is just really lovely, and all their differences help them work together and become a great team. For example, Mio and Azusa are a bit more serious and tend to act as the voices of reason, so they're always working hard to get everyone to practice together, especially when they have a performance coming up. You know, but sometimes they get dragged into the silly shenanigans. Yui and Ritsu are a bit more silly and the ones that cause said shenanigans, but they always help everyone smile and cheer them up when things seem bad. And Mugi is just very sweet. She prepares the tea and delicious sweets for everyone, and she's just generally fascinated by seemingly simple everyday things due to her wealthy and sheltered upbringing, and I think that's really sweet. I'm sorry, I'm not the best at explaining these things, but if you've seen the show, I hope you get what I mean. The story is simple, but it's because it's simple that it's so nice. seeing the ups and downs of school life, like having fun with your friends, studying or struggling to study sometimes, school trips, difficult tests, doing classes you don't like. For example, in the show, the girls aren't super keen on sports. It's also well represented in K-On!, and that's another reason I love it so much. Some of it feels a little bit like watching school through rose-tinted glasses, since it's so upbeat the majority of the time. But I think for a show like K-On!, that's perfectly fine, because it still shows the ups and downs together, rather than all just positives. On top of that, the music is amazing. It's so upbeat and full of things that make it feel like, you know, a teenage girl's actually written it. Things in the songs like, you know, crushes, craving a particular sort of food you really like, showing your appreciation for somebody who means a lot to you. All sorts of things like that are in the songs. But despite that, I feel like anyone of any age can enjoy it. When all the girls play music together, I can't help singing and dancing along with them, although I'm nowhere near as talented as them. But yeah, it's just a fun time all round, I think. Some personal favourite songs of mine are Pure Pure Heart, Curry Nochi Rice, and You and I, which I've tried to put in the background of this video. Obviously, K-On! Isn't perfect, like anything else, it's got its problems. It falls into the trap that quite a lot of anime does, where it's got a few scenes of weird fan service, which makes me a little bit uncomfortable, considering the girls are still in school. Unfortunately though, like I said, this is a trap that a lot of anime falls into, so I'm not really surprised that it's there. Another issue, quote unquote, that I have with the show is a weird tone change in just one of the episodes. It's weirdly serious for such a light-hearted show, and honestly it feels so out of place because other than that episode, I can't really think of any more instances where that sort of tone shift takes place. Maybe this was an intentional choice on the writer's part, to sort of make the impact of the episode better felt, but for me it just feels a bit out of place. I won't keep talking too negatively though, this is meant to be a chill, light-hearted video, so I don't want to keep harping on the bad stuff. I do think though, that being able to see the flaws in something but still really like it shows you do actually really like something. That's just my opinion though. Overall, K-On! Is a huge source of comfort for me and never fails to make me smile. All of the characters are different from each other, like I said before, but they work together so nicely to make a friendship group that feels very real. Seeing the girls having after-school tea time, which always looks so tasty by the way, the food in that show, mwah, it looks great. They're always living their best lives while they work their way through school, having tons of fun. On top of that, when they have the performances at the school festivals and stuff, it's just amazing and really heartwarming. And I don't want to say too much in case people see this and want to watch the show themselves, but the ending makes me tear up every single time I watch it. It's so bittersweet and really heartfelt. So yeah, that's the end of my section about K-On! I feel like I just rambled for ages. I really hope it wasn't too boring. I just wanted to try making this video as a sort of test to see how it would go, because like I said, never really made this kind of video before, never really written a script before, so it's all very new. I just wanted to try it and see how it goes. So thank you everyone who's watching this for your patience. I'd really love to know if any of you guys have seen K-On!, and if you have, what did you think? Did you like it? Was it not really a thing? Let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you like the finished drawing. Please check my Instagram if you want to see the finished drawing, and if you're interested in seeing more artwork from me. Also, hate to shill and stuff like that, but I've recently made a Redbubble shop, and I'd really love it if you guys checked it out. I'll put the links to both my Redbubble and Instagram in the description below the video. Thank you guys very much for watching this video, and thank you for all your support. It means so much to me. Have a lovely day or night, wherever you are. Stay safe, and I'll see you another time. Bye bye!